Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Here we are in episode 9. Hope everybody's doing very well. As you can see, we got our main story here. We got to talk to the man from Ul'dah, and by that we mean Alphino. Didn't know he was the man from Ul'dah. No, just kidding. I don't know. I do have the class quest job right here for the samurai, but I'll go ahead and do that off camera. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Love the music. It's very Final Fantasy X. Glad though I am here. Blah blah blah. Okay, there's your first blooper, everybody. Like blah 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 blah. Glad though I am have to arrived. I would remind you all that we are far from home, with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Okie dokie. Well, just gonna stand around not doing anything. That's fine. Captain Carvillian, I realize that you pledged only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreements. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Othard were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is kind, generous soul who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. The captain makes a good point. 'Tis like that Yugiri and Gosetsu were forced to come here for the selfsame reason we were. They must have found a way to Othard, assuming they are not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. No, Tataru, we haven't forgotten. Captain Carvillian, would you be so direct? Could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? Oh, yes, we are. I have a drink right here in my hand. In fact, I'm going to take a sip. Glorious water. Content creator's best friend. Okay, desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in that large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end here or are about to begin, the Shiokaze Hostelry is the ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect, or so they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course. Surely you did not think I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain, and may the Navigator watch over and keep you. I mean, he is a pirate, so, you know. There should be a captain in there somewhere. Right then. To the hostelry. After you. After you, Tataru.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugane and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kagane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion. I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase, Kagane is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
And you must be Kiara Mitsunade, Slayer of Gods, Rider of Dragons, Savior of... Oh, stop. You're making me blush. Stealer... Whoa. Where did this last one come in from? Stealer of Pants? What the hell? If some of the more puzzling rumors are to be believed, I ain't stole nobody's pants. I knew it. May I say it was an honor and pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lady. I just know you and I... I just know you and I are going to get along famously. Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company offices. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out the various landmarks along the way, if you'd be so good as to follow me. Well, I kind of already went around off camera and, got all the crystal points and everything, so, yeah. So, hopefully I don't have to walk around too much. Oh, but that crystal's up top. Alright, we'll just run it. Screw it. Bah! Bah! Ah. So I hope you all are excited for 7 Days to Die 1.0. Mrs. Swag might be joining me on that playthrough. I got her the game and she's just got to practice on it and get good. Everyone, if I can have your attention please. You are now standing in Tenkonto. God, and I'm really good at Japanese. Why am I having trouble pronouncing these words? Like, I took 3 years of college of it. You'd think I'd be better at pronunciations. Better than English. Loosely translate, the name means Spire of the Drifting Soul, which, as some of you may have deduced, makes reference to the aetheryte which stands over yonder. This design is markedly different from those in Charlinian, yet I trust this function is identical. A diplomat and a scholar, will wonders never cease? Far Eastern Aetherite technologies have a long and storied tradition, I assure you. This particular example was constructed by the Onishishu, a collection of skilled craftsmen who guard their ancestral techniques with the utmost secrecy. In short, you will find no less reliable than it is to Western counterparts. Attune it if you like. Already did. Ooh. Hello? No, ones I have on are better. I'll probably take the materia. Beautiful thought though it may be, we cannot spend all day staring at the Aetherite. Come, let us move along. The markets are next. Yes, but we will use the Aetherite to travel to said markets. We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kogane Dori. Kogane, as you are doubtless unaware, is an ancient Hungan word for gold. So, in its prosperous port where golden fortunes are made, lesser fortunes or Kogane, yes, Kogane and Kagane are earned by the local merchants. It's quite logical once you learn the language. Nani? Nihonjin desu ka? Right? Nihongo. Yeah, there you go. Not Nihonjin. Nihonjin is Japanese person. Nihongo is Japanese language. And Nihon is just Japan. Hehehe, now you're beginning to speak my language. Oh, a kindred spirit. What pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard-won coin. Yeah, this place is like literally Japan. Hancock of the East Hour Trading Company. You are with clients today. Why, if it isn't Master Keaton, pray allow me to introduce you to my esteemed guest, but recently come from distant Eorzea. This kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kogane Dori. Your sincerity is ever appreciated, as he says. I am Keaton of the Hakuchi. Of the Hakuchi clan, and it is my honor to serve as an overseer of these markets. Is it Haku or Hakuchi? As we receive many foreign visitors in Kogane, we accept all manner of currencies. Rest assured, your Eorzean guild is welcome here. I invite you to please pursue our wares at your leisure. Hope you're all enjoying the bloops. The bleep bloops. Bleep bloop bloop. So I get tongue twisted when I'm trying to read fast. Good water. Arms, otter, foodstuff, portables. Here you will find them, all of them and more. Okay, then where am I going? Oh, just right across? Okay, cool. No need to travel that far then. It's kind of like rinse and repeat of freaking Ishgard. Or Foundation, I mean. I like this place a lot better than Foundation. At least there's more Aetherites. If we may pause here for a moment. This road leads us to Ijingai, in the district with Ijin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. Would this also be where foreign embassies are found, including that of a certain empire? Precisely. So you see, it would not be unusual to cross paths with one of our Garlean cousins here. With this in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. We would not want any physical altercations. After all, such spats are being strictly forbidden. The Seki Seigumi punish breaches of peace quite severely. I have seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation. Though to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they are executed on the spot. Holy shit. What? Cut down then and there? You're joking, right? Would that I were, but alas, the samurai are a humorless lot. Why, I recall one instance when a foreign merchant and his cubs dared lay hands upon a Hengen aristocrat of the Sekisagumi. The samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. Ugh, I don't even want to think about that. So as you see, it would be all of you to behave. Failing that, we may be forced to part ways with one another, or you with yourselves, in the matter of the late Teleji Adeleji. Okay, this dude's like laughing his ass off. Oh, how I amuse myself, but we must carry on. I have yet to show you the Garlinian consulate. I wouldn't call that a joke. Like, the dude literally tried to kill the freaking Sultana, and then framed us, and then Raban cut his ass in half. Or, well, not cut him in half, but, you know, killed him. Justly deserved, mind you. Very justly deserved. Alright, let's just go this way now, I guess. At least they're not that far apart. This, as you may have surmised, is the consulate of you-know-who. Mark the guards at the gate and their uniforms not that different from you have seen in the West. Were you to travel far and wide, you would find that many such variations exist, often inspired by local designs, all of which goes to show that even a massive empire seeking to rule all of creation is not without its artisans. Yeah, I'll take the materia. There is so much more I could speak of, but soothing waters on the onsen of the imperial delights of the pleasure district, but you are doubtless still weary from your long sea voyage. Let us retire to the company offices. Oh well, we're gonna go to the red light district. I forgot to stop and like turn in all this gear for seals. I was running some more dungeons off cam to try and get my ulti. I'm almost done with it. At least for Heaven's Ward. Like I'm literally like 2 or 3 quests away from completing it. At long last we have arrived at our destination. May I present to you our humble offices. We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come, right this way. Cutscene?
Our thaumaturges took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify, then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed. Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Auri shinobi and the Rugadan samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugani.
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me. This calls for a map.
I'm sure there's a blonde joke in there somewhere. Me being blonde, I'm allowed to say that.
We are here in Kugani, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast. Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha. Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy. Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire. Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
I'm told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will, and should we find that they are still in Kugani, we can make the journey together.
Oops, sorry about that, everybody. Freaking clicked by accident on that one.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
Alrighty, I think I got an itchy clicky finger on that, so sorry about that little skip, everybody. I profusely apologize. Okay, anyway, though I'm reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord Liorito's debt, we must avail ourselves to what means are available. Our Alamegan allies place their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them. Yeah, just take more materia. Alphanod is a man with a plan. Good samurai. It's hard to find. No, I'm a samurai. You can find me. It would seem inefficient for us to all venture out together in search of information on Yugiri and Gotetsu's whereabouts. Agreed? Agreed. We need to cast our net wider. Split up and pursue all avenues of inquiry. But if we are to coordinate our efforts effectively, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed, Tataru would seem best suited to the task of organizing our supplies and producing new ones. Procuring new ones. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning the individuals Hancock identified. Alice and I will take those in the southern districts of the city, and you two can take those in the north. In anticipation of just such an eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing some few sketches of Yugiri and Gotetsu during our voyage. Oh wow, that's pretty damn good. I should screenshot that and save it as a desktop. Wow, he should have warned me that you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. Yeah, I'm sure he's still got that memory of his Stola coming back in his in his memory bank. Looks like it's you and me, Kiara. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. Okay, let's go. I don't know why I'm turning my character into Mario. Don't sue me, Nintendo. I'm sorry. It's just a regular Italian accent. Got nothing to do with Mario. Yeah. And probably a very horrible Italian accent at that. I'm not even Italian. Wow, Alphinaud's sketches are so... I don't know how to put it, but they're very... Well, see for yourself. Yeah, I saw them. You may view Alphinaud's sketch at any time during the quest by using the relevant item in your key items menu. Well, I know what they look like, so... What the hell am I doing? View Alphinaud's sketch with Lise. Oh, so I have to. Okay. See, I swear, this sounds like freaking Final Fantasy X. Okay, yes. It looks more like them than they do. Honestly, he can make a living doing this. Sorry. No time for distractions. Why don't we start visiting Karaku at the Onsen. That was it. Okay, we gotta go all the way up there. That's fine. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. See? Quick and easy. In here, right? Yeah, it's gonna be in here. There you are. Karaku. Come one, come all burns, culls, embarrassing rashes. There is not that... Oh, culls, cuts, embarrassing rashes. There is not the mystical waters of the Bokasain hot springs. Can I... Ooh, a hot springs. Oh, what's that in your hand? Have you seen these perfume? You seek this Aru and this Roegadian, do you? Rogadin? Yeah, Rogadin. There you go. 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policy to divulge information regarding patrons past or present. Okay, fair enough. Please, we came all this way from Eorzea to find our friends. Hey, policy's policy. We have a reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. God, a hot spring sounds so good. I don't know if you guys have ever been one. I have. They are amazing. It's like 100 times better than any jacuzzi. They seek privacy and discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only the Sekigumi may demand otherwise. I am sorry, but there's not I can do. I suppose we'll have to just ask someone else then. What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Kotogaze, was it? Okay. Now we go to that one. Alrighty. Oh, whoops. It's up top right here. Kotokaze. Oh, and there's the purple quest. Probably for a dungeon or something else. Welcome, traveler. Can I assist you in some rice wine? God dang it, that is so good too. I've had that. That is exceptional quality, delivered by the other day. God, why do all these? I swear to God. No, I want Japanese food and some. Oh, and some sake. Sake sounds good. Ah, an Aru Shinomi and a Rogedan Samurai. If I may, I would answer your question with some few of my own. If I speak of that which you know, Ijin, be not offended. You are familiar with the situation in the lands across the Ruby Sea. The doomed rebellion after 2.5 decades of quiet. I see, and you are familiar with the ways of the Hingashi, how we elect to stand apart and support no cause but our own. Indifferent and callous, some may call us, but pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation such as ours is to survive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical, and so Kugane is open to Ijin, and we are equally hospitable to all. Or, if I must speak more plainly, yes, I can help you, but if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment? If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish. The two individuals whom you speak did indeed come here. They sought passage across the Ruby Sea. Few ships are willing to make that trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf. That was the extent of our interaction. I will provide you with the names of the captains if you like. You've been a great help, Mistress Kotokaze. I'll be sure to come back for that wine sometime. We would welcome your custom, miss. We should go question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first 3, I'll take the rest, and we'll meet here when we're finished, alright? Good luck. Alright, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to smack that bell so you get notified of all the latest uploads. Also, don't forget to follow me on social. Details are in the description below. I follow all gamers back. And with that being said, everyone, I will see you all in the next one.